first of all, because I get asked that question, should I sell first? Should I buy first? What should I do? And it all depends on the individual. It depends on the house. If it's a house that's going to take a long time to sell, there's only a small market for it, then I would suggest that they get the home on the market. You can make the sale of your house conditional upon you finding a home.
Some questions that, in my opinion, all sellers should ask the realtor, during the interview process when preparing to put their property on the market. The first question is, do I need a pre-inspection and should my home be staged? And the answer to both questions is yes. To touch on the first topic, pre-inspection. Usually when a buyer comes back to renegotiate an offer, what they'll do is they'll put a price point on any deficiency in the property. They'll put a price point on it about 7-to-1, meaning if the value on it's only about $100, well, they're going to come back and ask for about $700 off that transaction.
The most important thing in looking for a real estate agent is to make sure that you are using somebody local, whether it's buying or selling.
So if you know that the next home that you're going to buy, that there's lots of them, you're moving to a townhome or an apartment and there's lots available, I would say sell your home first. You can make it conditional upon you finding a home, and I've done that many times. So where you have buyers saying, I want to make it conditional upon selling my home, sellers can say, I want to make it conditional upon buying a home.
I can only speak for the Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge area because that's where I've worked for so long, but there has been so much growth and so much change, and there's absolutely no way that an agent from out of town can know the tiny little details that are going to affect somebody's life in a home.
Secondly, a staged home, it's very, very important to have an expert stage your property. Whether it's just a staging consultation, it's very, very important, because what that does for any seller, even if your home is very nice, what it does is it sells your home for 6 to 10% more money in today's market. So it's very important that you do both a pre-inspection and stage your property.
What I really like to do with first-time sellers, when they come to me, they're selling their first home to buy their second home, I try and encourage them to keep their first home and see if they can keep it as an investment property. If it makes sense, if the income will carry the home, not necessarily an income from it, but if it will carry it at least, will they be able to get the financing for it? And very often they can.
Another question sellers need to ask their agent when interviewing for the process of selling their home is, what do you do when leads come in on a property? How do you handle them? And what's your full process on handling a lead? And that's a great question, because what we have at our brokerage is an automatic lead generation system. So when a lead comes in, what it does is it round robins to all the agents in our office, and it goes to the first agent. If he doesn't respond to that lead in the first 5 minutes, it goes directly to the next agent in line. Because it's so very important that when generating leads, that you handle them as quickly and efficiently as possible.